I'm excited about this because I think this program is pretty phenomenal. So this is going to be helping or not helping. This is about showing you, teaching you the work at a much different level than even taking the fundamentals. Okay, so what's going to happen today? I just want to show you things. I'm going to be talking, give information a little bit, and then basically showing you by using demos. Okay, so this is just a demo thing. No one's, I don't think, yeah, I forget. No one's gonna, is anyone gonna see this, Paro? I forget.
Yes, they're going to get the replay,
Like
whoever
I'll get the
signed up
replay.
for
Yeah,
for a
that.
couple days.
Right. Okay. All right. I guess my point is other people outside of this particular
I
group.
believe we'll have it on YouTube as well.
Okay, so you guys, here's the thing. I'm going to be using people as demos. So if you don't want me to do that, then you let me. You need to. It's okay to say no. Okay, but basically, in order to show you stuff, I need to have people to do that on. Okay. All right. So when you think about healing and you think about energy, and we got all these healers in the world. We've got all kinds of different ways of healing. But for me, discovering what really transforms lives, it's been over, like, I've worked with thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And I've been in the business for, 40 years now. And what I discovered is by my own work, doing my own inner work, how to go into the emotional healing work, and then to unravel things. So, of course, my work has changed over the years and it's gotten more profound and faster and deeper, but it's really about the tracking and finding the core of things. Okay. So when we look at people and we look at their issues, like everyone's got some kind of wounding, some kind of angst, some kind of feelings of not being enough, or, feeling no, they're not loved, or we got all these things that we experience, and then to think about all the reactions, like when you're in a relationship with a significant other, look at all the ways in which you're constantly, not constantly, but you'll have reactions, and you'll feel hurt, and you'll take things personal, and all of this, people, is wounding. Okay, so think about this. Whenever you are in life and you have a reaction to anything, whether it's something someone says, or you see something, or you hear something, or you're feeling like something's being said about you, maybe you're being judged or, you know, humiliated or whatever. Anytime you have a reaction, people, there is already a wound inside of you. Okay, I must remind you, nothing began in this lifetime. No matter what angst you got, no matter what trauma you have, no matter what wounding you have, no matter what PTSD you have, it did not begin here. Okay, so your body is holding all these energies coming from past lives. Okay, all your traumas, all your shocks, all your crises, all the atrocity, everything that you've lived is still in you unless you cleared it by knowing it. Now, here's what's up. Nobody here, and almost no one on planet Earth, knows how to do their true, authentic unraveling using the emotions, okay? People will cry, scream, yell, vent, whatever. All they're doing mostly is recycling. Okay. So until you know how to do the true unraveling, you're going to carry stuff over in your soul imprint, and that will continue to create the same old every single lifetime. Okay. So what we're offering now is, let's start ending some of this dance that you've been doing for lifetimes, hundreds of lifetimes, same old, abandonments, rejections, betrayals, not love, whatever, okay? So in the unraveling, we have to get all the pieces. What I mean by that is, let's just say, for example, hang on a second. Just to say, for example, that, okay, what is that? Okay, let's just say, for example, that you have anxiety around being visible, being in front of people. Okay, let's just say the thought of standing up in front of people in a classroom or wherever, you had a panic, you have panic, you feel intensely afraid, scared, start shaking, sweating. Okay, so what happens is now we're going to heal it, we're going to clean it up. Okay, so what happens is we start tracking. So the first layers will present. So maybe those first layers that we're discovering in what's causing you to feel afraid, oh, is maybe you've been shamed and humiliated in past lives. Okay. So then we're going to unravel that. Then we go to the next piece of that wounding. Okay. Oh, and then maybe there's stuff in there too where when you were visible, then you got tortured, you were the one, you got punished and tortured, and then we start to unravel that. But then we're also going to unravel your beliefs and conclusions that you made based on your experiences. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to walk through and talk through and explain so that you get and understand the unraveling. Okay, you guys, here's the thing. This work is the most potent and fastest healing modality as far as emotional wounding, deep traumas in the world, for real. Okay. So it's really about understanding and knowing where you're going to go, what's the energy, how you're going to find it, what are you looking for, how do you track? You got to track, you got to find. Okay. So unless you do that, you can't end the suffering. But once you get all the pieces, let's come back to somebody, like they're in front of people, there's a trauma. So as we clear and you check in and oh, it feels lighter. Oh, but I can still feel when I have that thought, I still feel like a grab in the belly, or I still feel anxious or anxiety. Okay. So you start tracking, clearing that, check in again. Okay, ultimately, if we get all the pieces, all the components that are contributing to your experience, um, then it's over. You'll be able to stand up in front of people and no fear at all. Okay, that's the power of the work. It's like the angst, the wounding, the pain, the anguish, the heartache, the sadness, the terror, the fear, all of it is gone. Okay. But again, you have to get all the pieces. Okay. But every time you get pieces of it, you feel different. You feel lighter. Okay. So you feel change is happening. Okay. So when we think about our lives and we think about like some kind of wounding or some kind of angst, so what happens for me, like a client will come in and first thing I ask them is, what do you want help with? What's happening in your world, that you'd like to shift or change? Okay, so I'm actually going to ask that question now, because what we'll do is, rather than going a specific thing like, okay, today I'm going to work with entities. Okay, so I want to show you how to do an actual true clearing, unraveling, and talking it through so you understand what I'm doing, all the pieces. Okay, so we're going to use whoever, anybody who's available and willing and able, who wants to. But what I need though is, what's happening in your world? What angst is happening? Okay, are you um, experiencing, like a belief around, well, no, I'm trying to have a relationship and I never met anybody, and that type of thing, or like whatever that is, or like I just said, like social anxiety or fear, terror, being in front of people, or what is it that you experience that you would love for it to be over? Okay, so hopefully I'm making sense. So I'd like some volunteers. So if you're willing, raise your hand, and then I'll check in to see what it is that you're wanting.
There, there is a react button at the bottom of your screen, and you can click on that and then raise your hand. Bonnie, do you need the camera to be on to do this today? Or
What?
would you prefer the client's camera is on?
I mean, if they don't want to be seen, it doesn't have to be. But if they're
Okay.
willing, I'd rather, I see it's better to have people like you look and you see who you see them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It'll help it better. Okay.
So we have some hands raised
Okay. So how many have got four hands? Is that it?
for now.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on a second. All right, let me just Let me just ask. What I want to do is I want to ask, okay? Wilma, can you just unmute and tell me what's up for you? What are you needing help with? Or, what would you like to change?
Am I unmuted now?
You're unmuted now. Yeah.
Okay, because it popped up something that wasn't letting me unmute. I
Oh,
apologize, my camera is not functioning,
that's
so
okay. Okay. All
if
right.
I take it off, this is what you see,
Ah,
which
okay.
annoys me, so that's why I prefer
Okay.
to be that way. I've been dealing with lack, and I recently in a meditation was became aware that the varicose veins and lack are something ancestral in my that I'm supposed to clear in my lifetime. And I've worked so hard on I can't budge either of them.
All right.
And
So
they
you,
seem to be intertwined. Like they're like in the meditation where
mm,
the ancestor came to me, it's
mm-hmm.
lack and varicose veins. So that's why I'm saying one seems to feed off the other, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay, got it. All righty, cool. All right. Let me just check in with a couple more people. I just want to see what they got going. How about you, Norma? What's up with you? Unmute. Norma, unmute.
Hang on, I'm just everybody's jumping around.
Hey, Norma, unmute. Can you unmute?
Okay, I am.
There you
Yeah,
are. There you are. Okay.
yeah. I don't know. All of a sudden, I started feeling fear in my upper body, and I don't want to be seen. I'm embarrassed for people to know what I do, as if what I do doesn't matter.
Okay, cool. All righty, cool. All right. Let's just check in with Amy. You guys, I just want to get a sense of, because I might use, different people, but I just want to see, because I'm looking for a really good demo thing. Amy, can you tell me what you got running?
Am I on mute?
You're unmuted. Yeah.
Hi. Well, I've been working on becoming my own self and starting my own business as a healer, and I get a lot of overlapping with my mom. She passed away. I am adopted, and there is a lot of confusion, and it's like back and forth. This that I want to be myself, and she wanted me to be hers and like her, and like separation or I don't know, coming to maturity. I don't know
All right.
how
Okay.
to say.
Okay. All righty.
Thank-
Okay. So, Marta, can you tell me what you got running?
Yeah, and not wanting to be heard or seen, and I know where it's coming from.
What's that? I'm sorry. What?
Not wanting to be heard or seen.
Oh, okay. Not to be heard or seen. Okay. Cool. All righty. Susan, what about you?
Hi. Um, I guess I've just been dealing with weight that I can't seem to keep off. I just gain it, lose it, gain it, lose it.
Mm,
And then more recently, I guess I got a diagnosis of the HPV virus and
mm,
like stage 3 lesions in my cervix. So I don't know where all this is coming from.
okay. All righty. Okay. Thank you. And then how about Abby? What's up with you?
Hi, mine's about the mother connection, which has been really full on attacks, really since in the womb. It's been pretty complicated, but I think I'm mainly dealing with all the false stuff that she's created around me, false identity, that sort of stuff.
Okay. Okay. All righty. Okay. Thank you. All righty. So Sandy, how about you? Sandy, can you unmute? I just need to hear what's up.
It's you, ScanDH.
Oh, Scandy. I'm sorry, Scandy. You're unmuted. Can't hear you though.
Hmm.
I need to be able to hear you. All right, Mary, tell me what's up.
Abandonment, one thing, and
Okay, you're
claustrophobic because
breaking up a
I'm
little
getting
bit.
ready to have an MRI. Huh?
I'm not hearing her. I
Can
got
you
the.
speak a little
Well,
closer to your microphone?
well, abandonment one, and then claustrophobia
Oh.
because I'm getting ready to have an MRI, and it's like I
Oh
cannot go in
yeah,
that
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's. I mean, it's not cute. I'm sorry, guys. It's not cute, but it's cute. Okay, Anna, how about you, girl? And then I'll pick a couple.
Yeah, yeah, hi. Thanks. Yeah, so my main thing at the moment is I'm just finding it really like I feel quite fearful to kind of like take steps to go for what I want, like regarding my career.
Mm-hmm.
And I also am struggling with a lot of lack for the last couple of years. And I'm kind of having a bit of a Barney with a kind of an elderly relation.
Okay.
So yeah, it's kind of all difficult.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, cool. All right, everyone. I'm gonna start with, hang on a second. Oh, let's do the claustrophobia. That'll be kind of a cool one. Okay, can you bring her on,
That was Mary, right?
Mary?
Yeah, here.
Okay, let's bring Mary. All right, Mary. So you got claustrophobia. Okay, and hang on a second. What was it? Oh, abandonment, claustrophobia. Okay. All right. So since you're going to have an MRI, you want to be able to do this. But claustrophobia is something that you can feel, right? People, you can all relate to claustrophobia. Okay. So what I do is I'm going to ask Mary, I want you to think about going and getting that. Okay, let me back up. So before she starts talking, people, here's what's up. I'm already going to be tracking her energy. So I'm going to be asking her questions. As I'm asking her questions, I am watching her energy, and I'll be asking questions within my own self as she starts to talk, okay? So Mary, what I just need from you is when you think about that MRI, going and getting that MRI, okay? Go ahead and I want you to think about that now. So what I'm doing, I'm watching her energy. I'm sensing her energy. I'm feeling her energy. Okay. So now, when you think about that, how's that feeling? The thought of going in and getting that MRI, what happens for you, Mary?
Right now, it's like I almost feel like crying because I tried to do one once before, and when I started going in, I, I crawled out. I could not do it.
Okay, so it was
It-
almost like a terror, almost like a
yeah,
survival thing. Like
and having that ceiling like right there, it's like no.
you couldn't
It even
handle it.
takes me time now, even on an elevator, I
Uh-huh.
get anxious because
Okay.
it's like, is it going to move yet, or is it the door going to open? You know.
Right. Okay. All right. So, people, what I'm doing is as she's sharing her experience, okay, I'm tracking the energy and I'm also asking questions within my own self, okay? Like, oftentimes, when people are having these kind of big reactions, there's definitely going to be discarnates, okay? So, we will be clearing discarnates, but for me, it's like, is that the first thing I need to clear? So, what I'm doing is, as she's talking, energies are presenting, and I'm asking, am I going here first? Is this first? What's up? So I'm also checking in. So, like, what's really causing this? Clearly, it's past lives, okay? And clearly, there's something that's happened. So now I'm just asking the, past lives that are where she really anchored this terror in, this fear, where she's got to crawl out, okay? So first thing that's presenting is past life, okay? And literally, there's an actual past life where she's trying to crawl out of some kind of, what is it? Hang on a second. Let me get a sense of what that is. So she's in something. Was she, okay, so now I'm going to start asking questions, okay? So in this lifetime where she's in, I can hear her, I can see her. She's literally screaming, trying to get out, and they're pushed, yeah, she's being pushed down, pushed down. Yeah, so that's a bad thing. Oh, what was that? Hang on, hang on, hang on. was there some kind of sacrifice? Okay, so we do have a sacrifice that's happened, okay, where she was thrown over like a cliff type thing. That's where it's like she's holding on. Yeah. Okay, hang on. I'm going to go there first because that's starting to present very strongly, people. Okay. So, what I'm going to be doing is remember, we're soul dancing. We're knowing ourselves in all ways. We make agreements to have experiences to know. Okay. So, first thing I'm going to do is release at a soul level the agreements that she made to know herself in this kind of terror, to know herself in this kind of intense experience. Okay. So releasing, and I show her at a soul level. So I'm showing her soul, her incarnating levels, and I'm going, look. So I'm showing her the agreements and contracts, the different lifetimes. So she's seeing it from her soul awareness. Then I show her the bigger picture that it's not about being traumatized, it's about knowing yourself. And then she gets it, she understands, and then we're going to work and start unraveling all the crisis and terror of that experience. Okay, so now I go into that lifetime and I go into the experience. Now I'm going to go into her subconscious of that lifetime. I'm going to go to the point to where where they really made her fingers let go, and then she fell, and that terror that's happening, she's knowing she's going to die. Okay, so all of that energy is anchored in her subconscious. Okay, so now, because I've released agreements and contracts, what I'm doing now is I'm going to go in, I'm going to start releasing and spinning out her energy, the terror, the falling. Okay, that's all lodged in her subconscious. So in her past, it's a past life. So I'm releasing those energy frequencies. Then I'm going to move forward through time and start releasing that same kind of energy in her other lifetimes. Okay, so I'm clearing the energy. I use the white flame. I can use the white light, but I have that intention, desire to start releasing, clearing, clearing the energies. Then I'm going to come right here to her physical body, right here. And I'm going to go in to her subconscious where she's shaken in terror still from that experience. Now I'm going to come into her body, into her subconscious, and right there, I'm going to take that energy, the part of her that got traumatized, screaming terror. I'm going to start releasing that energy in her subconscious, all that emotion, that intensity. I'm going to go through her body, through the emotional body, and start also releasing terror, crisis, horror, intense emotions. Okay? So releasing these emotions out of her, out of the subconscious. Then I'm also going to clear out the energy in the first chakra because remember, first chakra is life, death, survival. So her first chakra gets lit up big time. And it's like this intense trauma. Okay. So I'm going to go into that first chakra as well, using that white flame and the light and shattering the energy. So I'll use different things that help break up the energy. So I use the white flame, it comes in and starts to dissolve. Sometimes I use light spears. I'm going direct to get light spears from God Creator Consciousness. Those light spears come in and they pierce the darkness in the subconscious or wherever. And then I can bring in that white flame in and blow things up like dynamite because we want to start shattering, breaking up the density because there's a density of emotion. Okay. So then as I'm just releasing, I'll go, yeah. So the main thing right now is I'm looking at is that shaking terror. So now I'm going to start releasing the shaky terror of that first chakra. Second chakra is all the emotions, and then in the subconscious, okay? And then I'm also going to start releasing discarnates because there's a lot of discarnates attached to that emotion. Okay, so I'm going to start releasing lots of discarnates. Yeah, emissaries presents. I call in the emissaries. These are the ones that come that work for the light. They help escort people home. Okay, bring in the loved ones. These are dead people on the astral planes that have gone before to present, helping, and then messiahs. Okay, so now just getting discarnates to come out of her body. And then in the subconscious, the energy frequency of the terror. So I'm just going to use some light spears and pierce and shatter the terror frequency, break it up. There we go, shatter it, there we go. And then start drawing it out, use that white flame dissolving, bring in the white light, vacuum that energy out. Okay, good. Okay, good. So start, yeah, good. Okay, good. Yeah, okay, good. And then coming through this, coming through her like moving through the emotional frequencies, getting more emotions out of her energy field, out of her body. And then also more, yeah, second chakra. Let's get those energies. Release, release, shatter, 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 releasing and clearing, release, clear. Okay, good. Yeah, coming back into that like first chakra. Okay, good. There we go. And then also back into the subconscious. There we go. There she is. Okay, good. Got some movement happening. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, now Mary, go ahead and think about it again, because see, I just did a bunch of clearing of energy. Okay, so now I want to get a sense of what is it feeling like for her? What is she experiencing? What is she noticing? Okay, so Mary, now when you check in, and again, you're just going to think about that and let me know what's happening. What are you noticing?
It's like there's a block there. Like I don't, like I don't feel it anymore.
Uh-huh. Okay, so you're not feeling that same kind of intensity.
No, because it's like I want to go into the feeling, but there's nothing there.
Well, that's what happens.
No,
You
no,
guys,
that's the only way I know how to describe it. But yeah, it
right,
just feels like the door's shut, it's gone.
right. Yeah. Wow. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. All right, hang on now. So people, so what's happening is I'm clearing out the emotion that she's been living with. Like Mary, you could probably feel that emotion just by the thought of it, right? Like that emotion up when you would think about,
Yeah, when I thought of it earlier, it was like I was almost in tears.
right, right. So
But
now you
now it's like I just look at it and I go, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So what's happened, people, is I took the emotional charge out. I released the traumas of an actual experience that she lived through and died through and anchored in all this wound, all this terror. Okay. So releasing the energies. All right. So now there's still something that I'm sensing in her that I want to take out. What's happening is as she's talking, I'm seeing like an energy in her field. It's kind of like all through here, down and through here. It's like kind of a block. It might even be a discarnate. I don't know. You might feel some kind of blockage or heaviness or density in your body. You may not, okay? But it's going to feel different once I move it. So now what I'm doing is I'm tuning in to this energy. Now it's presenting for a reason. It's connected. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to find out. Okay, so now, okay, hang on. So I'm gonna, okay, so is this a discard? No, okay, okay, hang on. Is this, okay, is this a block? Did she call this in? Okay, no, somebody else put this here. Yes, okay, so what it is is someone trying to help her? Is someone trying to make it easier? Someone wants to help her in some way? Not really. Okay, hang on. Does someone want to, here we go. Is someone wanting to punish her? Yes, okay. So we got another energy that's all contributed as long as you can keep her terrified, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so now what I'm doing is I got that. Now I got to find out who's doing this. Okay, so remember, I'm talking to her higher levels. I'm talking to her super consciousness. I'm talking to her when I'm asking questions. So now we know that somebody's put some kind of interference in here that wants to keep her blocked and stopped or whatever, keeping her held down. Okay. Where is this at? Where is this? Who is this? Where is this coming from? Is it a casting? No, it's not any of those. Okay. This is an actual, okay, right there. So yeah, right there. Now I can see, I can get a sense of this is past life. Yep. So I'm going to go that light. Yep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So there's an energy frequency where someone has gotten angry or upset or jealous or envious, some kind of interaction where it's almost like they just, they want to cause her harm. Okay. So now what I'm doing is I'm showing them the new paradigm. Okay. I bring in the energy of the new paradigm, let that light shine. I show them old ways are done. The old ways are done. We're moving in a new paradigm. Look, all this stuff back and forth. I show the person as well. Look, you've been doing this dance back and forth. We're done. You ready to be done? Show them a bigger picture. They're like, done. They're done. Okay, before I let them go, let's take this energy. It's like a barrier of some sort. Okay, so I'm going to ask them now. Let's start releasing that out of Mary's body. Okay, let's start taking it out. And that person's doing it. They're the ones who put it there. Yeah, they were blocking her from all kinds of things. Okay, yeah, but it's done. We're done. There we go. Now we're going to take that blockage away, take that energy away, releasing it. Yeah, there we go. Release, 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 and then release. Then there's another energy underneath, looks like a discarnate. That's what's up. There was some kind of something happened with between all of them with this discarnate. Mary did something, hold that energy. Now the person going to punish. Okay, so there's a discarnate there. It's all kind of curled up. I'm going to take that out, release that energy. I'm going to use the net, cast the net, grab that little bean right there, take it out, out. There we go. There we go. Other energies coming out of Mary as well. Good, good, good. Now I'm going to release that particular bean. Yep, be done, be done. Cast them right up into the light. Accelerate. There we go. There we go. Clear all the trauma from that past life. Okay, now Mary, like just feeling your body now. Let's just see what it feels like. Even thinking about, getting your MRI, and let me know how that all feels.
It feels more open from the heart.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as you were doing it, it kind of kind of like what I went through with my family in this life.
Ah, yeah.
Like I'm the black sheep, the scapegoat, you name it. And it's like I went with no
Yes.
contact. So when
Yeah.
my parents are deceased now, but as you were talking was like, this is like it's happening right now, and what I went through, and then I just walked away from it.
Right, right. So now that energy's not there, much more energy. Yeah, your energy field is more open. So we got some good movement. All right. So so now you can go get your MRI and not have to have that panic. That'll be really good. You can keep moving forward with what you need to do. Cool.
Okay.
Awesome. So, here's the thing. If anybody wants to ask Mary any questions, let's do that now. Like if anybody has a question for Mary, why don't we just do that? That way you can get a sense of, oh, what about this, Mary, or whatever. If anyone has a question, go ahead and raise your hand. Otherwise, we're going to keep moving forward.
Or you can also add it in the chat.
Yeah. Because sometimes people wonder what something they're asking that I didn't ask. Okay.
So Wilma, Abby, or Anna, do any of you also have a question for Mary? Okay, it looks like Amy just came up.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to know, because I suffer from claustrophobia, but not to that level, because I had a few MRIs done already. And I would like to know, what were you feeling when Bonnie was doing the clearing? Were you seeing something that related? I mean, were you connected to what Bonnie was saying, or you just was having flashbacks?
I wasn't seeing anything, but I was feeling it was just, I just always felt like I must have been in a pyramid and I was being crushed.
Oh.
And because when she first started working, I was ready to cry because it was like even explaining to her, my two things. And then, and now it's like, it's not there. I mean, I still feel like crying, but it's a crying of relief, like it's finally over. It's finally done.
Okay, so we got a question.
Yeah, we have a couple questions in the
go
chat.
ahead. Go ahead.
Susan is asking, what did you try in the past to help this claustrophobia, Mary?
Oh, good question.
I didn't know what to do. It was like I was stuck. I didn't know what to do. I mean, I've been working on abandonment issues, but it seems like, okay, I still got things going on there. But with claustrophobia, it's like I can still get on the elevator if there's other people there, or if I'm there alone, it's not as bad anymore, before this. But if the elevator took too long to move or the doors to open, I just stand there and go, okay, what's wrong? But I don't get that now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a question for you, Bonnie. Can Mary bring this back if she thinks about it, or is
No,
it
it's got no.
it's over?
It's over. That's the point. Okay. When you clear something, what happens is your body will no longer have the reaction. You look for the emotional that you're so familiar with, that you live with, and you can't find it. It's gone. Okay. Gone, people. just like that. Okay? This is my point. This is why this work is so potent. You find where it's coming from and unravel it, it's over. Over. Yeah. Okay.
There's another question more about the Serratore method. So
Okay.
someone is asking, do you or the practitioner using the Serratore method clear themselves automatically like how others listening with similar issues clear? I think she means while you're doing the clearing.
Well, other people are getting the benefit of the clearing. That's another piece of this whole program, people, is you may not be aware that all of a sudden, hey, I've got that issue. Okay. But as I'm clearing energy out of the person I'm demonstrating the clearing on, everybody else is getting that same clearing. So that's also what's very cool, you know? And it's pretty, it happens all the time. People are getting shifted and changed just by being present to what I'm doing.
Excellent. Would you
Yeah.
like some basic questions? I don't see any more for Mary.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. You can take Mary up and let's get any questions and then I'll do another. I just want to do another one showing you something different.
Okay, let me see. I know I saw one up here earlier. What if we are not conscious of what the wound or block is?
You're not going to be. It's not going to be about that. It's going to be about, that's why I'm saying, you start talking, I'm tracking your energy to get a sense of what's causing this behavior, this feeling, this kind of emotion, okay? So you're not going to know the cause of anything. All you're going to know is, oh, I'm going to have an MRI and I go into panic, okay? You're not going to know why.
Norma is asking, can each of us intend to bring the new paradigm present, and will it simply occur?
Okay, no one's going to bring the new paradigm into the present. Okay, all that's happening when I'm showing people the new paradigm, it's a frequency and energy. I might amp it up just temporarily to show these people or whoever I'm working with the new paradigm. Okay, we are not going to be bringing it in any faster. It's going to take, it's a divine plan unfolding. New paradigm is going to do what it's doing. Okay, so we got another 100 and some odd years before we're going to be fully landed in the new paradigm. But along the way, we will continue to evolve. Okay, so the light of that is here, and it's not on its full energy frequency yet. We're still clearing out the darkness on the planet.
That's all I see in the chat for now, Bonnie.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. So let me just look here. Oh, you know what? I think Norma, let's do Norma. Norma, can you unmute?
Okay.
All right, Norma, okay, so people, yeah, put her
So
with
I
me.
simplified it. It got really clear as you were working on Mary.
Okay.
I don't want to reveal who I am. It terrifies me.
Okay. Let me just get really clear. Okay, so when you say reveal, what does that mean? That doesn't make
Like
sense.
if I were to stand in a group of people and say, this is what I do as a healer.
Oh.
I
Oh, terror of, okay, got it. I got it. Okay, hang on. Okay, so Norma does healing work. Okay, so the thought of being in front of people, telling what she does, there's terror. Okay, hang on. Norma, go ahead and think about that. Go ahead and think about being in front of people. You're going to tell them, I need you to light it up for me in your body. Okay, so go ahead and think
Okay.
about it. Just have a think about standing in front of people, telling people.
Yeah, I'm on guard. I feel fear.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
embarrassed to say what I might do. I
Yeah.
don't know how they're going to react or
Right.
accept me.
Yeah. Okay. I got it. Okay. So what I'm doing is as she's talking, I'm watching her frequency, watching her energy. Okay. And as she's doing that, um, I'm watching and looking. Okay. So then I already have a sense of, oftentimes anybody who's a healer, we know there is persecution. Okay. So I'm getting a big, strong yes on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through her live stream. I'm going to go back through her live stream. I'm going to be looking at lifetimes where she was some kind of healer. Doesn't matter what it was. She could have been a herbologist, whatever. Doesn't matter. Midwife, okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, but there's a whole thing with healers. Yeah, right there. Okay. So then I'm immediately seeing several lifetimes of very intense traumas, ways in which she was persecuted, killed, and big time. Okay, so now taking her, incarnating levels and showing, look, soul dancing, look, look. Yes, you had all these traumas, all these experiences. Okay, bigger picture. Okay, now I'm just going to go back and to these other lifetimes, way back in time. She's been, hang on, has she been beheaded? Yeah, she's been beheaded. Okay, hang on. Has she been burned? Not so much. Okay, has she been hung, like hanging? Yes. Okay. And then also, was she like stoned? No. Okay, but yeah. Oh, hang on. There's another one. Has she been? Yep, she's been eviscerated. Yeah, that's intense. Okay, so I'm going to go into those experiences where you anchored in the trauma, the horror, the terror of you knew what was coming. And then when it was happening, the disbelief, that the trauma, the shock, the crisis is still in you. Okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm releasing the emotional energy of those experiences from her past lives. Okay. So what I'm doing, there are several lifetimes of, being persecuted, being killed. And I'm going back to the furthest and then releasing the emotional energy of those lifetimes. Okay. Releasing it there. Then I need to come here to her body right here. And now I'm going to come into her subconscious. Yeah, right there. Terror, literally terror. Okay. So I'm going into the subconscious where she has been killed, where she's been, severely shamed, humiliated, and in front of people. And it's like that whole terror. People, oh, yeah. Well, okay. So now I'm hearing people making noises at her, throwing stuff at her because she was some kind of like witch or whatever, you know what I mean? And so she's like, very, oh, and she's such a sweetheart right there. Wow, such a gentle little being. Yeah, she doesn't understand why they hate her. Okay, so right there. So all that emotional angst and the trauma of that, the disbelief, why? All she did was do good things. Okay, so now I'm in that subconscious and I'm going to start shattering all this angst, all this trauma, PTSD, being judged and humiliated and then literally killed in front of people, feeling innocent. Okay. So we got all that energy happening, all that trauma happening. So I'm releasing trauma from her subconscious. I'm going to be releasing all this trauma, all this energy from her, like those lower chakras, first chakra, second chakra, heart chakra. So I'm literally coming into the chakras, people. I'm bringing in the white flame. I'm shattering energy, blasting energies, pulling energies out, dissolving energies. Okay. In the different chakras. There we go. And then I'm going to also start taking out some discarnates as well, because there's always going to be discarnates. And then again, emissaries, loved ones, messiahs, presenting. And then we're going to start. There we go. Good. Now discarnate. There we go. Yeah, right there. Right. You're okay. You're okay. I'm going to help you. I'm with a discarnate. This one's like intense. It's okay. I'll net it. Sometimes when it's so intense, just net them. That calms them down. You can take them right out. Okay. So netting this one. Yeah, there we go. You got it. There we go. Good. There we go. Take it out. Good. And then there we go. Other discarnates coming out. Release. Energy is releasing. Good. Now I'm going to go into more of the intensity, the crisis, the terror, the horror, more in the emotions, emotional body, releasing all that kind of energy coming out. Good. Release. There we go. And then I want to check in with Norma. So Norma, now when you go ahead and think about the same thing, being in front of people, telling them what you do, let me know whatever happens, what it feels like.
Well, when you were doing it, I felt a lot of pressure in my head, which is pretty much gone. But I do have a fear in my upper chest in the center.
Okay. All right. I got it. I got it. Okay, yeah, right there, right there. So when she tells me this, I'm looking at, and I saw immediately what she was talking about. That's a discarnate. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take that. Yeah, right there. Right there. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Net, white net, capture. There we go. Now let's lift that one up and out, up and out. There we go. Out, 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 out. Good. Good, good, good. Light, 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 light. Good. Okay, now checking again. Let's see how that
Yeah,
feels.
the fear is gone.
Yep.
And I find myself just little, but it's probably going to grow, feeling more hopeful.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yep. Okay. So, but again, I want you to see if you can light up. Go ahead and think about being in front of people.
Yeah, I don't like people.
Yeah, that. Okay. Well, most of us healers don't. Okay. All right. Hang on. Hang on. Right there. Right there. Right there. Yeah, you don't like people. Hang on. Right there. Oh yeah. I'm going to take that energy off of you. There's an energy veil around her, over her, that kind of keeps her contained, but it also causes and contributes to feeling, like I don't like people. It's like, did she put this cloak on her? No, somebody else did. All right. Who did this? Who put this on her? You. Okay. Were you trying to help her? Were you thinking you were helping her? You did. Okay. This person thinks they're helping her. Okay. Keeping her safe, keeping her away from people. Okay. She don't need it no more. She don't need it. Can we be done with this? Yeah, I'm gonna accelerate you. Yeah. Okay, let's take it off. Oh, there we go. Take that cloaky energy off. There we go. There we go. Shine it. There we go. Good. Okay, you can go. Be gone, be gone. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, good. Now go ahead and think about again. Think about being in front of people, telling them what you do. Let me know how that feels.
Well, I felt the release of that cloak. Um, I still have in the center, in front of my upper sternum, a little bit of fear,
Mm-hmm.
a
Okay.
fear of actually stepping out. Like
Okay.
if I don't step out, I'm safe. If I step out, who knows?
Got it. Okay, yeah, I got it right there. So again, as she's talking, describing, I'm looking and tracking into that area. As I feel into it, what I'm doing is I'm feeling into all this energy I'm sensing here, and then I start getting some images and pictures and things that it's just more of that kind of persecution stuff, different layers, levels of it, and then too the wanting to hide, also more discarnates in here. So I'm going to start release. Oh, she got a mega hider right there, right there, right there. Net, net, net. Grab it. There we go. Got it. So that one I was trying to hide deeply. There we go. Out. There we go. Out, out, out. Be gone, be gone. Good, good, good. Okay, good. And then that feeling of stepping out, the fear of stepping out, unsafe, unsafe, unsafe. So again, more past life stuff. Going back to the life stream. Where was she unsafe? Oh yeah, right there. So another lifetime. This isn't about being a healer. This is about being afraid because someone saw you, you became visible to them, and then bad things happen. So that's what's up with that. She had intense experiences in a past life, agreements and contracts, release an agreement to know herself in these ways, bigger picture, and then, okay, we done with this? Yeah, we done. There we go. Now I'm going to release that energy frequency that she's experiencing in her body, that she still has to hide, wants to hide, not safe. So I'm releasing the emotion of that, the unsafe feeling of that, the trauma of that, the crisis and horror and terror of that. There we go. She got terror in here. Get that terror out, releasing any more discarnates, out, 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 releasing discarnates. And that emotion of terror, let's get that energy moving. Light, 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 shatter, 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 shatter. There we go. There we go. Dissolve, dissolve, dissolve. Release, release, release. All right, good, 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 good. So now we got more movement, more opening. Good. All right, Norma, let's see how that feels.
Yeah, it's feeling much, much better.
Mhm.
I could feel when you released that one discarnate that was hiding, I could feel him. I felt lighter when he was gone,
Yeah,
and I'm not feeling as fearful.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
I'm feeling like, oh, maybe I'll try this.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Okay. So people, here's the thing, if we only have one thing too is we move a bunch of energy. We need to let the body recalibrate. Okay, because it's like when you move a lot of energy, the person needs to kind of like recalibrate, anchor back in, get a sense of, and then see where things land and see if you need to, more clearing on that particular issue, or if if that's done. Okay, but again, you don't want to be doing too much because you can actually traumatize someone. They won't know who they are. You know what I mean? You need to take things out, do a good clearing, but feel in and get a sense of that's enough. You know what I mean? Because then the body needs to recalibrate and everything needs to shift and change. Okay. So we got a few more. Let's go ahead and any questions, that type of thing, people, because for me, this program, again, you're going to learn things that you're not going to learn in fundamentals, because fundamentals is teaching you all the basics that you need. I'm taking you in and showing you more deeply how to go even more deeply into the work, how to go more deeply into unraveling and clearing and healing, so that you have profound success, so that you're changing people's lives, or you're helping them to change their lives. Okay.
There is a question in the chat. Someone's asking, as I'm clearing myself in the way that I do, will that affect the neighborhood or will that trigger others?
Yes. Okay. Think about this. If you've ever been with someone, a high level being, someone who's more aware, more awake, when you come into their presence, okay, the energy is felt. It's like energy. Energy is felt. Okay. You're not knowing it, but you are sensing and feeling. So you are getting activated by being with someone. Okay. And also just think about this, people. When you hang out with me, like even in class, you're going to get activations. Okay, it's just going to happen. So yes, when you change within, you are affecting change with everyone you come in contact with, because you're raising your vibration by changing your wounding, by changing your misperceptions, by changing your traumas, okay, by changing your victim. And remember, we're all feeling each other all the time. So if you continually you keep healing, the dance changes with everyone, but it also hits those places in them and awakens them. So that's why, for me, it's like the more people we have that have the understanding, that have teachings, that have awareness, that have done their inner work, we are going to affect change more quickly just by being, we don't have to do anything. You just show up and be present, and people will start to shift and change. Okay.
Let's see. Could a lot of energy movement cause an appendix to rupture?
No, we're not going to know that. Hang on a second. Let me just ask about any kind of physical things. Can the body have any kind of there can be physical things that will happen, but it's not going to cause things like bursting of appendix or heart attacks or any, what I mean? Nothing like that. It's, yes, energy's moving, but actually it's like you're not going to cause physical damage or physical harm. That's not going to happen. Okay.
This is a great question. Do your live mastery classes that are coming up replace fundamentals, or are they for after fundamentals or prerequisites for fundamentals?
Right. No, this is after, because you're going to need to know, like, for example, I'm going to be talking about the net. I'm going to be talking about the light, the white light, the white flame. I'm going to be using languaging that you're going to get in the fundamentals. Okay. Fundamentals, think about fundamentals. It's fundamental. It's the basics. You don't have to take fundamentals to come to this program. Okay. But what will happen is you will know what I'm talking about. I am not going to be teaching anything in fundamentals. I'm teaching the work. Okay. So if you haven't taken fundamentals and you want to take this program, you can do that. But when I'm saying things like, okay, I'm casting the white net, or I'm using this, or I'm doing that, or whatever, you may not know what I'm doing, but it won't take you long to understand she's doing something with a white net. Okay. So, okay, but I'm not going to be backtracking. Fundamentals is like that. It's the fundamentals. Working with me, you've gone up a different class. Okay. So think about it like fundamentals is kind of like the kindergarten, first grade. I'm teaching university. Okay.
So you're building on the skills that you learn in fundamentals.
Exactly. Yes.
One more question. Nothing happens without the soul agreeing to it, correct?
Yes. And see, here's what people don't understand. You don't know what you've agreed to. Okay? You have no clue. If you're living it, you've agreed to it. That's pretty much it. Got it? Yeah. So the soul, if you're showing up, your soul is agreeing to it. If you're experiencing it, your soul is agreeing to it, or already has agreed to it. Okay? But what we're trying to do, people, is the reason your soul is agreeing to it is because you still have a trauma to unravel that you haven't unraveled yet. And the only way to get you to do that is to bring it into your face, like, oh, here, there, trauma, crisis, okay? Then you're going to do it or face it or not, okay? But that's why your soul keeps bringing you situations, opportunities, events, or you feel like you're being tortured, punished, okay, whatever, so that you will get activated, light the energy up, so you have the opportunity to heal it. But you don't have those teachings, okay? So you don't have the teachings, and you just recycle, same old, lifetime after lifetime. Now, with the teachings that you're going to get from me, you're going to discover that, oh, we can end our suffering. Oh, what? It's not karma? Oh, you're not like I have to suffer? Oh, wait. I ended an emotion and now the dance is done and now I've ended that suffering. I'm not joking, people. Okay.
I believe Amy has a question.
Okay.
Yeah, you kind of answer a little bit. When you were when you were using the white net, I did something like come into my peripheral vision, and I know it was removed from myself as well. But it's kind of like, are my people helping you? How can I get in to understand what's going on if I'm participating or if I'm resisting it? Because I feel like when you were talking, instead of letting you do your work, I was having my own set of things that I would like to work on or remove, or I don't know if I explained myself.
Para, can you tell me what she said?
Eh, I
What
guess
she-
that's part of what I'm trying to clear, like being able to be clear when I speak, to be understood and understand clearly.
yeah.
Because I feel I had that a lot of what you were clearing with her, like the persecution and the
Yeah. Yeah. So
wounded healer.
right. Yeah. So you're getting cleared of that stuff as I'm clearing her. So that's happening. Clearings are
Mhm.
happening on you. Okay. That's partly why I want people here. You're going to get the benefit of whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm demoing, you're going to get that. You can still hear and listen and still have your body getting cleared out.
That was accurate, Bonnie.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you, Amy.
Okay.
Let's see, there's another question here. So if my soul has agreed to lack to teach me something, I would like to end that agreement.
Yeah.
I guess it's more of a statement.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Think about this, people. You will have an awareness of something when it's time, like you'll have a desire to end some kind of suffering because now it's time. Now, sometimes you have a desire and it's not quite ready yet, but you have that desire and you keep doing different things and things keep shifting and changing. And then pretty soon, all of a sudden, it's time. And then that whole energy frequency gets lifted, shifted because all of a sudden you had some kind of healing, clearing, whatever.
There's one more thing from Mary, who you worked on. And she says, I'm already a shaman, but never had the confidence to follow through with clients. Will this, like live mastery, help me see things at a deeper level?
Absolutely. And why not clean up whatever fear you got running that keeps you from stepping fully into your mastery? Really, I mean, my desire is that everybody become the greatest, most potent healer that you can possibly be. So yeah, it will help. Yes, definitely.
And
Absolutely.
something important to say about live mastery is you don't have to sign up for the entire program. It would be
Right.
great if you did,
You
but if
can
there
just-
were certain things you wanted to study, like clearing yourself or powers of darkness, you can sign up only for a few classes.
Right. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah. But I guarantee you, it will, if you're already a healer, it's going to take you somewhat way beyond anything you've ever done. Okay. And then if you're not a healer and you just want to be here because you want the benefit of it, you're going to get cleared. Shift will happen. Yeah, shift will happen.
You will not be the same person when this is finished.
It's true. You will not. You will not. Guaranteed. Cool.
Well, the program begins February 8th. I've posted a link in the chat. Take a look, and we hope that you can join us.
Yeah, I mean, people, it's like if you really want to change your own life and you want to, and also if you want to help others or even help your family, you're going to learn things that you're not going to learn anywhere else. Guaranteed, nowhere else.
That was excellent, Bonnie. Thank
All
you.
righty, cool. All right, thanks everyone for being here. Hope you join me. Let's play, let's have fun, let's wake up. Let's get free.
Liberated.
Liberated, you got it. All right, thank you, Paro. Thank you,
Yes.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.